So I think a liquid biopsy means different things to different people, both in the cancer world as well as outside the cancer world. For us in oncology, we really think about liquid biopsies in two different types of tests. One is where we're looking at what we call circulating tumor cells in the blood. That's when we can draw a tube of blood and try to enumerate or count how many circulating tumor cells there are. What my lab is working on, and actually probably most of Johns Hopkins Oncology, is what we call cell-free DNA. And it's been known that all cells, including cancer cells, will shed or secrete their DNA in these little tiny fragments into the circulation. And so we now have the technology to not only isolate that type of DNA, the cell-free DNA, but can actually analyze it. And so for cancer, we're looking at the mutations that arise from the cancer cells that are now being shed or secreted into the bloodstream. There are many benefits of a liquid biopsy over the conventional tissue biopsies, which we typically do for oncology. The first is that we don't have to actually stick a biopsy needle into a tissue or an organ. This can be traumatic, as one can imagine. And so with a liquid biopsy, we simply do the same thing for a blood draw. We just take the sample from a peripheral vein. The second one, it affords us the opportunity to do serial biopsies for monitoring and follow-up. Again, we can't do multiple tissue biopsies over the course of a few weeks or even a year. That just wouldn't be practical and it would be very uncomfortable for the patient. On the other hand, liquid biopsies gives us the opportunity to just draw serial blood draws either every day, every week, every month, and so forth. And that's, again, minimally invasive. Liquid biopsies are in fact commercially available today. One can order this through a commercial entity or even at an academic medical center. However, liquid biopsies really are still research use only for the most part. There's one commercial FDA-approved test for lung cancer, and this kind of makes sense. It can only be used if one cannot obtain a tissue biopsy, and it makes sense because lungs are very difficult organs to biopsy sometimes because of the risks associated with that. However, for the most part, liquid biopsies are still being studied. We and others at Hopkins and now across the world are really trying to understand, can we use these tests to guide patient care? And that's really where the state of the art is right now.